Thank goodness I remembered that there's a button to turn on my mic because I almost forgot to press that button. Hey, welcome back, chat. How's it going? We're continuing the KH2 grind. I almost accidentally lost a save file today. Whee! Well, actually, it wasn't today, it was yesterday. But we're back to business, which I am very happy to say. There's a reason why we have 2 save files, and that is the reason. Because I accidentally pressed triangle. But, obviously we still have those 2, because I remembered. So yay! Let's go! As usual, for those who aren't familiar, hi, I'm YellowFang42. I am farming the same 10 Dusks over and over again because I want to get to level 99 before I beat up Twilight Thorn. Why? Because it's kind of funny. Also because I had beef with him a few years ago and I decided, you know what would be funny? Beating him up at level 99. I do acknowledge that there's probably a damage cap, so at a certain point it's not really going to matter how much damage I can deal. But still, I want to see how far it will go with level 99. Plus, then it's just no more level grinding for the rest of the entire game. And it'll be decided by my ability to actually play said game, which could be awful and hilarious all at once. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Ah, what a beautiful day. For once, I actually went out and touched grass, other than the usual, like, occasional, like, getting groceries, walking the dogs, that sort of thing. I also actually went out and browsed a store, got myself coffee. It was great. I'm just kidding, it's not coffee, it's hot chocolate. I'm not really much of a coffee gal. I like to limit my caffeine intake so then it works on me. And it's especially useful if I limit it because then, on the days where, say, I go to conventions and spend long periods of time socializing, the caffeine will actually kick in and do its job of keeping my energy up. So yeah, that's the beauty of caffeination. Also, it was kind of cool to actually sit in a cafe and... What are you doing? I'm watching you, internet. Anyway. It's fun to sit in a cafe and work on something because I happen to have my notebook with me, so I jotted down some notes for some issues that I had with the storyline. I'm like, okay, there's some threads that I need to fix promptly, so got a little working on that. My nerves were totally shot because I am tinge agoraphobic, so going outside and being around people is mildly terrifying. Thank you, COVID-19, for ruining my life. I'm blaming it. I'm blaming it, okay. So that's good fun. Plus it was also just fun to be out and about and go places. I need to do that a heck of a lot more often than I do, because it's not enough. Be around people, it's fun. Scary but fun. Yep. Hello! It's a puppy. You can't see the puppies, but I see the puppies, and they are precious. They're not actual puppies, they're grown adult dogs. I just call them puppies, because they're the precious puppies. You're the precious puppies, aren't you? Aren't you? He's ignoring me, he's just like, I want to hang out with you. His favorite person isn't home, so he's like, alright, I just gotta hang out with you then. What a beautiful thing. So last stream we managed to get to level 42, huzzah! I'm very happy about that. We've made some progress. And we obviously will not be making it to level 43 just because speed does not allow for that. That would take, okay, we're currently at, I'm gonna do some rough math. It took me about 2 hours to get around 4,000-ish XP. I say 4,000-ish because it was like 4,800 when I was starting. I could say roughly 5,000 XP just to make it easier, but that would take 2, 4, 6.5 hours or so. And I'm not doing a 6.5 hour stream. That would be insane. That would be really insane to even try that. I've seen people do it though. I've seen people do ridiculously long streams, but I don't think I'm one of those people who would be able to go that long. Maybe I've done a 3-hour stream, 3.5 at most. I'm trying to think if I've ever done a 4-hour, but I don't think I've broken 4. I'd be shocked if I had. Oh my goodness, as usual I've got the EBs, the sleepies, the yawns. The coughs, jeez. I am making sure to actively take care of my health because I do not want to have a fist fight with the flu, since that's going around. Right, where are we? We're moving up the hill. You know how I said I was gonna watch a show after the stream last night? Yeah, that didn't happen. I got distracted and then I was like, oh, it's kind of late and I'm not feeling that great, so I went to bed. Also, I don't think I can wear necklaces or chokers because I think it sets off my acid reflux. I don't know how. Maybe it's the light pressure or something like that. I don't freaking know, man. Small necklaces just don't do well for me, I've noticed. There's been a pattern that's been established and I'm kind of annoyed about it because I'm like, but it's cute. It's got a little mushroom pendant on it. It's a cute little mushroom. Oh well. It could also literally just be the meal I had, which was spaghetti and meatballs, which is just carbs and protein with no vegetables involved. I need to figure out other ways to involve vegetables in my diet, other than the veggie and fries thing. Gotta come up with something. I'd say I'd get baby carrots, but I know myself pretty dang well that I would eat a few baby carrots and then forget about them for a while until they got kind of slimy and gross, and then I wouldn't want to eat them anymore. So it'd be just a waste of food, and I don't like wasting food. It's my least favorite thing, and I've given myself several stomach aches trying to avoid wasting food. The joy of being a picky eater, alright? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. That was a big one. Big yawn. I'm still looking forward to cutting down a good chunk of the XP remaining for level 43. Because we started about 1700 something at the beginning of the stream, and based on my calculations, we'll be at 13, oh, not 1700, it's 17,000. It's 13,000 that'll be remaining. Yeah. 6. Yeah, that'd be about 3-ish. I say 3-ish full streams for the full number of XP for the level. That sounds about right, I think. Oh, it's part of the journey. Part of the fun. Apparently so is unhinging my jaw. Ow. Oh my gosh, I was joking about unhinging my jaw, but I did a little push on my jaw and I heard something pop. It doesn't hurt, so I'm cool with that, but that was a little surprising. Okay. Did not expect that. I love it. I'm also thinking about participating in more social games and social game events, but as I said, people kind of scare me. I did briefly join a Minecraft server, and it was so funny because I get on the server, I'm just chilling, kind of going I'm half baking the tutorial because I'm a little lost and my eyesight is barnacles or something. I don't know. I like using basically if logical zoom or any shape or form version of it exists, or Optifine zoom, I will use it because it helps me like see what I'm looking at. Because I'm almost like, what am I looking at over there? Oh, okay. It's real nice. Anyhow, basically, day one. Day one on the server, I got to watch a marriage happen. This was, of course, an in-game marriage, and I was just like, cool, awesome. And then the after party was crazy. Everybody got trashed, and there was a bit of a mess. And I was actually hilariously responsible with my drinks. Because I'm like, okay, well clearly if you drink too much at once, then you go bleh. So obviously I'm not going to drink too much at once. I'm going to take my time and wait until the effects have worn off somewhat before I take my next drink. And yeah, it worked out for me. I didn't have any problems once. So, haha. I also kept playing around with the random teleportation on this server. This isn't a Minecraft server, and I'm like, okay, well nobody's been here in a while, so I just picked it up and put it in my inventory, and I never like put it back. I probably should have just left it. It might come up later. Plot twist. I log back in, and someone probably will be like, has anyone seen this head or something like that? And I'll be like, oops. Sometimes you just pick up random things and then they just stay in your pocket forever and you're just like, alright, cool. Oh no, no, a sneeze. At least it wasn't a crappy sneeze, I'll give you that. It sounds crazy to say that, but there are some sneezes that don't actually do their job, and so you have to do like 50 more to really like run things properly. Unfortunately, I do have to do a cough. One moment. That was delightful. Anyway. I didn't even see what happened. All I did was press triangle. What the heck happened there anyway? Oh, so I got 2 upside down and then 1 whacked me out of the way. That's magical. I love time travel. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. Aww. It's a good dog. He's a good doggy. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm always a tired human. This is just a fact of life. Also, every time I play this game, I just start yawning and stuff, and it's not because I'm bored. I'm having a grand old time. I'm just enjoying time and relaxing, and this is very relaxing. The other possibility for me yawning constantly is probably just because this is the most talking I've done all day. This used to happen to me, by the way, where I grew up religious, so of course it was the thing to read your scriptures before bed, or read your scriptures. Every time I tried to read, reading silence, I would get lost, so I would read out loud to try to get myself in the groove of reading. Every time, without fail, pardon the hiccup by the way, I would start yawning excessively, and I mean excessively. So I just have a difficulty reading out loud. I end up yawning a lot. It's kind of funny. It could also be that I was bored, but I was trying. I was just a kid trying to be devoted to the Lord or something. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I haven't gone to church in like over a year at this point now. I don't think I'm going back. That's a whole ball of wax. Anyway. I'm eyeballing. There's a cape hanging on my door right now, and I'm kind of eyeballing it because I'm like, what if I just wear that right now? I don't know if it'll keep me warm. It did keep me warm for my friend's wedding ceremony. We weren't outside the whole time, just for the wedding pictures and stuff. That was fun. It was very cozy. And I let the kids at the wedding put it on and spin in it and play in it because we were just having a great old time. It's not kids are goofballs. They're just learning about the world. So I try to give them some grace. The only time I don't give them grace is when they're being real mean or rude or start saying wacky things, and I'm like, okay, clearly somebody hasn't been actually raising you. They've just been kind of letting you loose and neglecting you, and that needs to stop. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the texture, I mean, I probably mentioned this before, all of the texture here is just basically the same squares over and over again, just rotated differently. That's literally it. That's how the whatchamacallit, the pathways are. Yay. I just remembered something else that is actually pretty funny. This is something that occurs in one of my YouTube videos. So when I was recording TMNT, the 2007 movie tie-in game, back in 2022, I remembered there was this one section where I was like, okay, if I fail this one more time, I'm gonna strum the guitar in frustration. But I didn't strum the guitar in frustration on recording. I decided to record it in post and overlay it over the top. Because I'm like, I do not have the time to get the guitar out and start strumming right now. I've got a game to play. So I did that, and then I did the overlay, and I think it's still one of my better decisions. The reason I'm thinking about that is the cape is really close to the guitar right now. Oh. Wow. I should play more again. I need to relearn Hey Jude and play it, and then record a sort of cover that just makes you feel worse and emotional. Yeah. Tie the Nas at the end back into the choruses and then back to the Nas again. It sounds crazy out of context, but I'm better at just letting the stuff speak for itself than explaining the things. I'll work on the explaining things. It's a talent that I need to work on. Whew. Why did you basketball away from me? Why would you do that? Why are you trying to share away from me? Rude. Oh well. I just realized, have I charged the torch in a while? I don't think I've charged the torch in a while. I should charge it while I'm streaming, because I'm thinking about it right now. And maybe I want to use the light later. Maybe. Probably not, but it's always nice to be able to turn it on. Fun fact, it's basically one of those little Minecraft torch lights. Fun fact, every once in a while I forget that it's on, and then I go to bed and turn off for the night, get some sleep, turn off all my lights, and then bam, surprise, the torch is on. And I'm like, oh, I gotta turn that off too. Sometimes I want to just let it like slowly fade, and I'm like, no, just turn the light off, silly. So I do. It's a very useful light, by the way. Love that thing. Very fun to use. I like cool lighting options. When I was growing up as a kid, whenever we had to go to Home Depot, I would always ask to go to the light section so then I could look at all the pretty lamps and cool lighting options and stuff like that. Like, not that we were gonna get any of them, but I just liked looking at the cool lights. I was like, ooh, pretty lights! Yeah, that's the simple pleasures as a kid, you know? The other ones were going to the parks and getting to play on the I think we call them the big toys, but basically the playground structures, I guess, is what they're called professionally. That's their professional moniker. But definitely running around and playing on the playground structures as a kid was an absolute gem. 10 out of 10. Totally miss doing that as an adult. The only time you can really, like, climb on those as an adult is if you have a kid and you're making sure that your child doesn't hurt themselves, or it's late at night and you gotta make sure that you don't get spotted when the cops patrol the area. No, I have not done that. I just pay attention to how people do and stuff. And I make observations and extrapolate from those observations. I believe that is, it's not deductive reasoning, it's called inductive reasoning. That's the one. Making the, maybe it is deductive reasoning? There's a difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. Inductive is basing an argument or basing reasoning on what you've, like, seen. And then I think deductive, like, involves some, like, reducing other things. I don't remember. There's, like, other evidence stuffs going on. It's not just, like, observation. It's, like, based on, like, observation principles or... I can't remember the exact thing. I literally learned this in school, and it's... I know it's been a while, but geez Louise. Would it kill me to learn again? It wouldn't. I know it wouldn't. Oh my goodness gracious. My eyeball is trying to detach, and I say that not in seriousness because my eyeballs have not left my head since I was born, last I checked. As far as I know. I don't think I'm gonna find out years later that I have eye missing or something like that. They're both still intact. And I intend to keep them in my eye socket, so yeah. I'm staring at the cape again. I want to feel fancy. I need to find a place that it has an adequate amount of snow. Like, okay, there's something really funny about winter weather, specifically snow, is that if there is snow, it will summon literally all of the cosplayers out. They will get dressed in their favorite cosplay and dress as the character. And they will go out and take pictures in the snow. It is so funny. I also wholeheartedly agree with them. Yes, take pictures in the snow. It's cool. I think it adds like an intense amount of contrast and makes a really good backdrop. I think that's one of the reasons behind that. Whew. Somewhere. Oh my goodness gracious. Ah. Beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And I say that with my whole heart. I didn't get stabbed in the eye by the sun today, so I consider that a win. Or did I? I don't remember. I should remember. Okay, I got mild sun rays in my eyeballs, but it was like for half a second, so I'm fine. Yep. Oh, did I get rid of the poster? Yeah, I got rid of the poster. Dang it. I literally had a discussion about this, about the fact that I got rid of a poster that had a design for something on it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Whee! Getting lost in thought is hard. Especially when you got Justati playing in the background and Twitch yells at you if it's playing for too long. They're like, oh, you're using the game to listen to music, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just taking a breather Because I need to talk in order for you to not yell at me for more than 5 seconds and mute my stream. Gosh darn it. Ah. And I don't have the flash drive plugged in anymore, so I can't just pull up Portal music out of nowhere. I gotta just live with it. Oh my goodness gracious. Apologies, I really needed the water. I also feel the slight burn from drinking hot cocoa on my tongue. The joy and pleasure of hot cocoa. It's fresh. Oh, chills. Jeez, that was fun. That kind of hurt, actually. I'll live. I'm being dramatic. It's cool. But isn't being dramatic fun? Oh. Speaking of, you know what the worst thing is about having even mildly longish hair that's like around your shoulders or anything like that? You know what sucks? Is that, or maybe this is just me. Maybe it's just me that is hating on the longish hair. One, parts, that sucks. It's really annoying to figure out part and then also straighten out the part so then it doesn't look like a disaster. And two, it's only gonna look really good after washing it, and then the day after or so, it just kind of looks flat. Maybe that's my hair products. Maybe I need to change up my hair products. It's very possible, in all fairness. Because the conditioner I tend to use, I use the Tresemme stuff, but I specifically use the stuff for, what's it called? It's for after you dye your hair. I can't remember. It's not color correction, that's not it. That's something totally different. It's basically color lasting stuff that makes your hair coloring last longer. It's just been really merciful to my hair even when I haven't dyed my hair in a while. And unfortunately I couldn't find it at my usual supermarket, and you know what, next time I get conditioner again, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and find wherever the heck it is stocked, because the rich moisture formula doesn't do it for me. It only survives for one day, and then it's just like, Would you like your hair to attach to your head besides at the follicle? No? Well, too bad, sucker, that's what you're getting. It really makes me want to chop my hair again. I had my hair really short for like a good chunk of years, actually. It was nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I've said this before, but I took the most pictures of myself when I had short hair. Otherwise, when I have long hair, I don't really take pictures of myself that often. I don't really like how I look with longer hair. And obviously, that's my own personal opinion, but I'm the one who has to look at myself in the morning. Not everybody gets to look at me all the time or anything like that. I'm the one who has to see me and deal with me all dang day. It's also my hair, I grew it, so I can choose whether to chop it off. I would choose not to fry it though. I don't want to fry it with bleach. Oh my gosh. There was one time I did a bleach job and it was so bad. I did such a bad job. I was spotty. I looked like a calico cat with my head. I also just did it wrong. I should have used color oops because my hair was black from years of using black box dye. Specifically, it was like the Revlon stuff because it was nice on my head and didn't piss me off. And it was the ammonia-free type stuff. I'm picky about the choices that I make. And I was like, you know what? I want to lighten up my hair. I was doing the slow path of lightening up my hair over time with like slightly lighter shades. I probably should have just stuck to that. But I also really I think I wanted to go pink at the time or something. I think that was the intended plan. It didn't work. And there's actually still like super dried out spots in my hair that have taken color really well. So I still have some like green greenish blue, because the green has a blue tone to it. So I still have some greenish blue on the ends, but everything else is just the same because I also refuse to take cold showers. Cold is not my favorite. I hate the cold. I like to be warm. I'm like a lizard. 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 Sorry. I don't have a button for it, so you just have to settle for my voice. Orb. Yeah. Hair woes are fun. I have learned to like do my own like hair trimming and stuff, so at least at a certain extent it stops pissing me off when the hair grows in front of my face. But those scissors are looking mighty friendly right now to get rid of the extra longer hair. The only reason I'm keeping it right now is because I intend to curl it for a hair cosplay. I'm actually tempted to take the hair cutting kit with me to the convention when I go, so then the day after I just give myself a haircut as soon as I get back from the con. Obviously, if I did that, I would make sure to like sweep it up and stuff. I wouldn't just like leave hair all over the place. That's freaking rude. But I would do it. I would actually do it. Although if I did do that, I would make sure to prep by bringing like I don't know, some sort of hand sweeper, or some way to make sure I can clean up my mess. So then I know like the room cleaners are supposed to clean up afters, but I don't want to make a huge mess. I want to make it super easy to deal with me. Especially since I've picked I've picked a different hotel than the one I used to pick. I used to pick this one hotel, but it's slightly farther from the convention center in terms of walking. And while I could always ask for a microwave, I can just as easily ask for a microwave. Maybe I should ask. I'll ask the week before, so then I can be like, hey, for my stay and my reservation, is it possible that y'all can put a microwave in my room? So then I can heat up my breakfast of waffles, because I'm a gremlin, even though you guys like literally serve breakfast in the building. Sometimes a girl's gotta just have her waffles. You know? The joys and curses of being mildly picky about food, but also because my stomach is the worst and likes to troll me and be like, hey, did you think that this food was going to be nice to you? You thought wrong, sucker. Enjoy your stomach ache and other uncomfortable feelings for the next couple of hours. And I'm like, thanks. Now I know I can't eat this anymore. That's great. Oh well. I do know one thing that I'm gonna have to deal with later, like in a couple hours. In a couple hours, I'm gonna have to break out one of the apples because I'm already kind of feeling it right now, where I'm kind of low-key craving a fruit. Sometimes you just gotta have the fruits. There we go. Oh, gotta sit up. Fix my posture. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the burp. Please forgive me for that one. Pardon me. There we go, that's the correct phrasing. Are you a sad pooch? Are you a sad puppy? He's just chilling next to me, just being like, I'm just gonna sit with you. We're gonna hang out. It's nice. Oh my goodness! Holy guacamole. We got the eepies. The eepy sleepies. The eepy sleepy babies. I don't know where that's coming from, but okay. Oh, I should have bought What the heck? Botten? I should have picked up bagel bites the last time I went to the store. Gosh dang it. Oh, I'm sorry. Pizza bagels. We gotta be generic, but I'm sorry. Whatever, it's bagel bites. I'm calling them bagel bites, but they're pizza bagels. I should have picked up more pizza bagels at the store. Because I think a round of pizza bagels would be really good for me. I would love pizza bagels. That reminds me, I just remembered the location of the pizza dough at my local supermarket, so yeah. Your girl's gonna eventually make herself a pizza and then subsequently regret it because she doesn't know how to make a proper pizza and will probably accidentally pick the wrong sauce. It'll be funny. And also the pizza will turn out delicious. I'm really excited about the prospect of eating a non-existent pizza that I haven't even gotten the ingredients for yet. Ah! It'd probably be better if I also just learned how to make pizza dough, but sometimes you just gotta buy the pizza dough, dang it. Gone. I just hope that I wouldn't have a dough overload, haha. Low fuel is not fun. Oh my gosh, I felt that one too. That was not pleasant at all. I literally just ate dinner and I'm getting the low fuel indicator in my brain. I might grab an apple. That sounds really good. I'm always hungry. Oh. I crave sustenance. Probably not. Probably not. Whew. I have an idea. I'm kind of just proposing this in stream. My idea is Mondays and Tuesdays we do solid just level grinding. And then on Thursdays we spend half the stream level grinding and then the other half Birth by Sleep roulette. I think that would be good because I know that by Thursday I'm a little bit tired of the week. So I think that would be a good balancer. So we still make some progress on that day, but we also like just get to be a little bit extra silly and watch as my controller loses control. I still gotta deal with the rumble racing. I don't want to deal with it. I'll just deal with it on stream even though I said I wasn't going to. It's always a toss-up. I can never fully decide. My indecisiveness is going to be the death of me. Or maybe less the death of me, or more just the cause of a lot of my problems. Oh my goodness gracious. Hang on, I'm gonna read a couple of things. Oh. Ah. Alright, let me fix that because it is broken. Oh my gosh, I completely broke it. Wow. Or maybe I didn't and I'm just slightly dumb. That is a possibility. I have been blinded by my foolishness more than once. Interesting. Okay. Nope, still not Twitch. Every time there's a purple app that is in like the second corner of my screen. And it pisses me off every stinking time because I keep thinking that it is the Twitch app for me being able to monitor the stream on my phone. It is not. It is not. It's the reminders app for that gets pre-installed with my phone. I don't like it. I have a perfectly good task managing app that is very useful. I just add my own tasks manually, and I can delete them, I can move them around lists. And yeah, and I'm perfectly happy with it. It can create little subtasks, so I use that for my grocery lists, and it's the best. I have saved myself so much random scrap paper. And the best part is I can reorganize it however I dang please. Huzzah! Ow. Why would I say, you know what? I don't need to question why I say ow to things. I just need to do the thing. That's what I need to do. Can you please get wrecked? Thank you, Dusk. Oh, we already laying back. It's good though. It's good. Whew. Being a person who sat in a cafe working on brainstorming writing things was really surreal, but it was also really fun, but I also felt extremely self-conscious, and I had to remind myself nobody is actually looking at you unless you accidentally look at them, and even then, just assume that they figure you're just accidentally looking in their direction and not like staring at them. I do have to pay attention because sometimes if I space out in the wrong direction, I accidentally stare at someone for way too long. And it gets awkward and I'm like, oops. Sorry for staring at you. Unless I was actually staring at you, it was probably because I thought your outfit was really cool or your hair or something like that. Sometimes it's just literally, I think you look cool. That's why I end up staring at people sometimes. It's really funny too. Or I'm trying to gauge whether or not I need to give a person some space or something. Those are usually the scenarios. Ah, nice. Oh, goodness gracious me. I need to accelerate my plans for my cosplay because I know I said I started it a while ago, but literally all I have are accessories. I have the headpiece and I have a scepter and that's literally it. And I might have an outfit and that's dependent on whether I feel comfortable wearing that outfit all dang day. I don't have shoes for it, so I need to decide on shoes. I mean, I could always wear like a pair of comfortable shoes that like are hiding and then just let my pant legs for the jumpsuit drag on the ground. Like that's always an option. That is an option. Although I'd prefer not to do that because I'm still gonna have to hike them up. There are escalators. And I do not want an escalator incident. Pain. I'll see if I can rifle through my closet because I don't want to do too much construction right now, but I am still thinking about just building a cosplay by hand. This one's specifically for Hera. And I also want to do her justice, you know? I don't want to just have it. Because she's a special lady who deserved to be treated right by her husband, but her husband low-key kind of sucks. At least in like the marriage department, he low-key sucks. So, yeah. Funny story that has made me somewhat believe in the Greek mythology. This was an incident that happened back in college. So there was a pretty nasty storm in town. And for some reason, I think it was something to do with like my roommate not being able to pick up a car or having to deal with the weather or something like that. It was not a fun day. Like there was also branches getting knocked around and stuff. So I cussed out the storm. And then, at the end of, when I was traveling back from school, this was when I was driving again, because I was sick of flying. There's a whole backstory with that. But on the way back, every time I got in the driver's seat, it would start raining. So it took me a second, I'm like, no way, no freaking way, Zeus is actually pissed off at me. So I'm like, okay, Zeus, I'll level with you. If you chill out on the rainstorms, every time I drive, I will make you some tea with cinnamon in it, and it chilled out. So I'm like, all right. So like when I got home, the second I made sure I remembered, I made that tea. So he got his tea. So we had some beef for a little bit. Just some short amount of beef, and we're low-key chilled out. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I need to correct myself on the him low-key sucking. We have some beef. And I do have respect in terms of like the whole thing. Yeah, very funny. And you know, the main reason I'm cosplaying Hera is because she exists in one song for a few lines in Epic the Musical. And I was like, I kind of like, I didn't necessarily get assigned Hera or anything with the cosplay group. It was just we were gonna do a karaoke thing with God Games and stuff, and I'm like, hey, if this ever, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if this ever comes up again, because we didn't end up getting to sing the song because karaoke was super busy, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that if I'm assigned Hera again, or if we do God Games again, I can be like, okay, I'll be Hera, boom, done, and I will nail her lines. So, I actually listened to that song multiple times in the past few months, making sure that for, like, even the smallest part of a sing-along or a karaoke night where that plays, I will kill it with her lines. And it will be great. So, it's gonna be fun. But I still gotta figure out a proper outfit. I do have this one dress that I just remembered existed. But, and I did actually buy it in Greece. And it is in the color range of peacock feathers. But I have not worn that in public, and it doesn't look very regal or formal. So I am a little hesitant about wearing that. Plus the length, also plus dress, that part makes me anxious. Me and dresses skirts don't get along very well. I do not like how I feel or look in them. I prefer my trousers, thank you very much. I like how I look in trousers better than I do in skirts. It's a very obnoxious and silly thing, but it's just what it is. Okay, I might actually put that into consideration just because it's but then I feel, I don't want to half it though. Maybe if I come up with like a little like hip scarf thing, maybe that might make a difference if I have a hip scarf for that. I don't think it's a drop waist. It's not a drop waist either. I think it's not really. Is it an empire waist? I might have to look at the dress in a second. I don't want to get up though. But the point of my stream shenanigans is that I can and will get up and get distracted for any reason, including but not limited to fashion choices. So I'm going to actually stand on my own 2 feet and check. I'm gonna allow myself to get beat up as soon as I can see. Oh, I never unplugged that light. Oh, please tell me I didn't get rid of the dress. Please tell me I didn't get rid of the dress. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So I have it. Where is it at in terms of... Okay, it's technically an empire waistline. I'll need to keep that in mind. You are not gonna believe what I've done. So you know how a lot of dresses go on hangers? I have the hanger currently over my head. It's kind of like how people like kind of like not really try on the dresses, but kind of try on the dresses just to see what they look like. Like on the hanger on themselves to see where it might hang. That's the current state of things. I'm in a sweatshirt, by the way. I'm in a comfy, cozy sweatshirt, and this dress is freaking cold. I have not worn it in so long. I am cold. I don't like being cold. It's too cold! Ah! Sorry about the Smeagol noises. They're very warranted because chili is not fun for me. Unfortunately, neither is the food chili. I had chili. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I spent about 6-ish months in Utah. I did a church mission, basically, yeah. So, in Utah, you will always get fed by church members in Utah. I guarantee you. If you are a missionary there, you will get fed. So, there are 2 meals that were very, very common. And maybe it was just because we were sister missionaries and I guess they assume, oh yes, women, you like salad. No, I fucking hate salad, but I can't just tell people I fucking hate salad. I can't do that. So I just tell them I'm allergic to the vinegar dressing that they always do. You know what happened when I mentioned that? Do you know what the other meal that is the most common happened was? Chili. Chili. Everybody makes chili there. I'm not joking about that. If it can be done in a slow cooker, they will make it, so then it's ready for church after. But then again, this was also when 3-hour church was still a thing. So, yeah, I've got very well acquainted with chili. I could survive the chili though. I despised salad though. Oh my gosh, I freaking hate the fact that it's like, oh, you are a woman? You must like salad. No, I haven't fucking ate and enjoyed salad since like 1st grade. I'm sorry, I'm getting so angry and incensed about salad. But I was in 1st grade when I first tried salad and it sucked. The only reason I even slightly enjoyed it was because I salted it. So yeah, I have a lot of rage when it's just like, oh yes, you must like salad. No, I don't freaking like salad! Get it away from me! I don't want your dang leaves. I like other vegetables. I don't want your leaves. God. You would not believe the number of chips that I might have, like, devoured from people's houses just to be able to get through the chili. I had to devour so many chips, man. I was very grateful for the chips' existence, because if those chips did not exist, I was going to rot with the chili, and yeah. Oh gosh, I'm such a picky person when it comes to food, but seriously, there are limits to what I can eat and not have problems later. I don't want to die. There was this one instance, though, where we had, like, 2 people for some reason, we had, like, 2 meals in the same night, and I'm just like, what were we thinking? But, like, we were invited for dinner by somebody, and we're like, you know what, we'll have this, and it was great. It was great. I enjoyed the food. I did overeat. And so I woke up at, like, 2 a.m. and threw up, and because I ate too much food, I'm like, no! Because the food, there was empanadas, and the empanadas were good. They were so good. They were so delicious. I haven't had an empanada in years, but I remember them being delicious. It was great. Would it 10 out of 10, but also 5 out of 10 because I would not recommend eating 2 dinners in one. Just don't freaking do that to yourself. Just don't do it. Or at least remember that portions are a thing and you can't just, I don't know. Silly me. But that's on me. That is entirely on me. I do still have a bad habit of accidentally overeating. Thankfully, I keep all of it down, so yeah. I just live with the consequences of my actions and stare at the ceiling and be like, why did I overportion again? My eyes got bigger than my stomach. Because I thought, oh, I'm so hungry, I could eat all of this. No, I cannot. I cannot eat crap tons of food like I used to as a kid. When I was a kid, I was eating a crap ton, but I also wasn't snacking all day. Or was I snacking all day? It's been a while. It's been a while since I was a kid. It's been at least over a decade by now. Maybe 2. Ugh. I love how I'm saying when I'm actually quite enjoying being an adult. It's fun. It's fun. I'm allowed to buy things and do financial decisions that could probably wreck my life. I say that part with sarcasm, by the way. Don't do irresponsible financial decisions, please. Please make responsible decisions for your health and well-being. It will save you a lot of grief over time. Ah, Peachy. What am I looking for? Another thing I also enjoy about being an adult is I get to go to all the quote-unquote cool places that you can't go as a kid. I'm not an alcohol drinker, but I'm able to order alcohol. I know in other countries you can order it when you're like 18, but in the US it's 21 and up. Shoot, the only reason the voting age even got lowered to 18 from 21 is because of the Vietnam War, and they're like, hey, why are we sending these 18-year-old boys who can't even vote for the war that they're being sent on? What the heck? So they lowered the voting age to 18, that's why. That's the only reason why. I should really get this off my head. Oh no, I'm taking the everything with it. That's okay though. I'm getting beat up by Dusk, so okay. I might be able to work with this actually. Oh dear God. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't accidentally press a certain button. Okay, perfect. That is just the right amount of damage I needed. Cool. Cool. You know, I would love to do a road trip again, a really long one, but at the same time, I can only do, well, to be fair, I can only really do 6 hours in a day, but that's, like, even as a solo traveler. There's been a couple of times where I've done solo. Like, I've driven from, on the East Coast, I've driven from Ohio to Virginia and back, and oh boy, those 6 hours by myself were grueling, even with stops every 2 hours or so. Like, those could be really grueling. And the route that I took me through Charleston because I got sick of trying to do all sorts of basket weaving. I say basket weaving because the route without the tolls is a freaking nightmare. Just take the toll route. Just deal with the $4. Don't try to not take the toll route on that. Just go through Charleston and deal with it. You'll thank yourself later. Because the other route is a squiggly nightmare of up and downs. Unless you like squiggly nightmares, but just do yourself a favor. But yeah, it can be pretty brutal and grueling if you're not like prepared for that amount of driving. It was fun though. I did have a lot of fun. For some reason, every time I passed through Charleston, West Virginia, I was always listening to My Chemical Romance at the time. Every single time I passed through there. My Chemical Romance happened to be the album that was playing, specifically the Black Parade album was the one that was always playing whenever I was passing through there. It was so funny, every time. Great times, I enjoyed that. I would scream half of the lyrics the entire way down. Great times. Was that the 64? I think that's the 60. I want to say that's the 64. No, that can't be right. No, can it? It's not a north-south one, it's an east-west one. Wait, how is that the 64 though? That can't be right. No, that cannot be right. What the frick? Hang on, I'm actually, oh my gosh, I'm gonna Google, oh, I'll just use the Maps app and regret everything. Alright, here we are, as in olden days. Where is Charleston? Oh my gosh, I was right. It is the 64. Ha! Oh wait, no, that is right. That is right, because, north-south, it increases the numbers in latitude. I am so tired. Can you tell? I'm a very tired person, but I'm also just tired all the time. This is a regular occurrence. What the heck? What kind of unholy route did I put myself through? Where did I go? Oh. Wait, what the heck? That can't be right. No, wait. Yeah, that is right. What the heck? Oh. Okay. Okay. I remember the route now. That is actually wild. I can't believe I still remembered that it was the 64. That's the shocker. I should remember it though because I've driven up and down it multiple times. Have I gone down the hill? Hang on. Let me just make sure I haven't. Okay, I've taken them out. I just had to make sure I wasn't missing anything and forgot where I was. Navigation is fun. You know what also is fun? Drinking water and staying hydrated. Let's have a drink of water right now. Hello! Hi, puppy! Oh my goodness, you have both ears up! You have both ears up! You're a pointy-eared pooch now! Oh, jeez. You know what's funny is of the major interstates that you can use to cross the United States, I've only used like 2 of the really major ones, especially when you're crossing the Midwest-ish area. I guess I've technically driven on the 70 as well. 70 is fine. I absolutely freaking love the 80. I love driving on I-80. I don't know why. I-90 freaking sucks. I don't know why it... Actually, no. I bet if I was driving with someone else, it would probably suck less, but, long hour driving is just nightmare fuel, so... I cannot do more than 6 to 8 hours of driving. If I do 10-hour or 12-hour shifts, I will lose my marbles. I've done a 10-hour like back and forth, and it was so bad. It was so freaking bad. Yeah, never again. Never again. But that was also the first time I was crossing the US in the first place, so... I've been lots of places. Driving down I-15 is also very fun, unless you're during rush hour traffic where everybody is trying to get home from the commute in Salt Lake City. That one sucks. Gosh, I want to go more places. I want to drive around more places. Maybe not Florida though. Screw that. Screw that driving conditions in that area, because then you have to deal with extra tolls and stuff, and it's just a freaking nightmare. I don't want to drive in Florida. No, thank you. Maybe just the big interstates, and that's it. Oh. Goodness me. I do remember this one time, I think I was driving across, was it Colorado? No, it wasn't Colorado, it was Wyoming. I was driving across, Wyoming. It was towards the winter time, so obviously there was snow on the ground, and so I was keeping an eye out for in case the road gets closed off and they tell you to exit and things. But we were still fine. And it was the pick a lane and stick to it conditions where you can no longer see the road. And at the time, there was like a semi in front of us, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna play pilot at the back. And so I stayed a little ways back behind the semi and turned on my flashers since we were all going slow as heck, because obviously. OBS, you son of a gun. I didn't even notice. Are we... my god. Country roads, take my bones to the place. There we go. Hi, chat. Hello. We're back. Oh my gosh, because of how I said that, my dog just thought that I was saying hi to family, but no. Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry for surprising you like that. Hi, welcome back to the stream. That was a fun ride. I need to fix my freaking monitor again because, it breaks. Gosh, I am so sorry about that. Welcome to the curse of dealing with that. Sorry about the notification shenanigans. That's what happens when I get disconnected because my Wi-Fi sucks. I just need to do a little fixer-upper on it, probably. I probably just need to clear some devices again because we've had friends and family over in the past couple of months. So, yeah, I probably need to do some cleanup. Yay! Gosh darn it. Woo! That's okay. Oh, you know what else I need to do? Fix my posture because I've messed it up again. Oh, jeez. Let's see. First, I'm gonna take out these two before I die. Preferably, I don't die at all. Okay, now that I've got that taken care of, I'm gonna take a look-a-rooney at the number of devices on my Wi-Fi network and delete some that don't belong. The things I do. Please don't bully me. Please don't bully me. Oh, dear God. Okay. That's no bueno. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. I can resolve this. I can resolve this so quickly. Holy crap. Okay. Who the frick are you? Bye. By the way, this is your casual reminder to, remove any, devices that's interesting. Wow, that is really something. It's good to remove devices every once in a while, that haven't been connected to your Wi-Fi in a while. Because, yeah. They clog up the network because it still looks for them after they've been connected, and it's like, oh, okay. Who the heck are you? There are so many on here. The things I do. I wish I could do a mass blocking, but yeah. That should clear up a lot of space, though. Okay, I'm gonna leave alone the ones that are recent. I love the power to be able to modify what is and isn't on my network. It is the best thing in the world. It is so great. Should I have done this before the stream? Probably. Especially after yesterday's shenanigans. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta take care of things in the exact moment that you remember them, so then, it's done. There are a couple of devices I need to just memorize, so then I know exactly which one it is. Nice, 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 nice. I was gonna say, the other thing I could do is just kill the power on the modem, but that would also kill the stream, so we're not doing that. We don't do that here. things I do for myself. Wonder why that one connected. Okay. Let's make a little bit of progress, just a little bit. While I'm thinking and searching through anything that has been gone for more than a day. Okay, calm down. Okay, we need to calm down here. Okay, that was a little spicy. Let's not do that again. This is why we don't multitask. Ow. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'm just gonna nuke these two from it. It'll probably whine at me later. But those have not been activated in a month, so yeah. This is much better. I love it! Yay! Okay, cool. I have hopefully resolved my issues with my Wi-Fi network. So then we don't have another skipperoonie. Will I probably have another skipperoonie? Probably. But I have delayed it so it doesn't happen for a little while at least. I need to learn to drive. As in driving the video game character. I need to be able to steer Roxas in the correct direction instead of into a wall. Nice! Alright, runway cleared. We can continue our fight against the Dusks to get ever so closer to level 99. Or more specifically, level 43. Oh shoot, now I can't. Ah. Okay. It doesn't cause me too many issues when there's like a momentary disconnect. Like it does reconnect and it all is fine and dandy to an extent. But at the same time, it is really annoying because then I have to really stare at my OBS for streaming to see the time. Because I do pay attention to time just to see if I'm on pace. Because I like to stay on pace. It's good to know. It's kind of like when you're learning to run a mile and you're trying to figure out what time you're at. You want to know how much time you take to take a mile. And this is something that it's a pretty regular thing for cross-country runners. Like they want to know, okay, so like some people start off doing like a 10 or 11 minute mile or something like that. And then they try to PR it, so then they get down to 9 minute and then an 8 minute. And then sometimes at just a few seconds PR is a huge victory, in all honesty. And some people are scary and they do a 5 minute mile. People who do 5 minute miles, you scare me. Why are you running like the Terminator? Why are you zooming? I'm just kidding. It's good job. Keep going. Keep it up. I believe in you. Yeah, those people are crazy, but I salute them. I can't remember which one is a good pace for cross country though. Maybe a 7 or 8? I don't know. It's been way too long since I did any sort of running sport. And when I did a running sport, it was track and field, and yeah. I busted my leg. And it sucked. Yeah. Good old shin splints. That was my own damn fault though, so yeah. Ow. You know what, that's fine. I accept the damage because 1, I need it if I want 8 XP out of these guys, and 2, yeah. That's actually just the only reason. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, I just even slightly closed my eyes and I was like, ooh, sleepy time. And I'm like, why is it always sleepy time when I am busy with something? Like when I want to go to bed, do you know what usually happens? It takes me forever to actually go to bed. I, ugh, I've had the worst amount of sleep in the past few days. Like, I consistently wake up in the middle of the night. It is actually pissing me off at this point. Or I wake up like super early in the morning and I'm just like, ugh. And I hate it every single time it happens. It makes me angry. Because I'm like, I want to sleep through the entire night, not just half of it. Please stop waking me up, brain. And it's like, no. So I have to like put on some music and stuff so that my brain doesn't start making up random thoughts. It's not like any sort of intrusive type thoughts. It's literally just, hey, do you remember such and such thing from years ago that probably doesn't matter anymore? And I'm like, why would you remind me of that? Stop making me feel bad about my existence, you stinking mess. But no, I gotta keep myself up at night with thoughts of my past and how they're not going to change. It's like, girl, please. Please, for the love of all things good, chill out. Whew. It's fine. It's chill. But on those nights, I do literally just put on some, like, I have a playlist that I've saved that I just put on that I keep the volume just enough for my ears to pick up on it and for my ears to try to concentrate on the sound. So then my brain doesn't have time to think about things and it can just let me try to focus on the music and I quiet my brain down and it gets to sleep. It's always, it's never when I'm actually ready to go to sleep. It's always when I'm still up and going that my brain is just like, hey, this is a perfect time to sleep. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sleep yet. It's not time for that yet. But no, I want to be a sleepy human. It's not like I actually, like, sleep. I just feel the tired, and I'm like, hey, why am I not relaxed like this when I'm trying to go to bed? Ugh. Goodness sakes. I'm having beef with my own brain about that. I'll talk to myself later about that. Maybe journal about it. That's always a good idea. Maybe I just need a journal or something before bed. That's always good. I haven't done that in a little while. I ended up breaking the habit. In all fairness, the habit did need to be broken because I got to a point where I was somewhat obsessive about how much I was journaling, like thoughts and feelings and everything that I was doing. In all fairness, though, my memory was so shot that I was like, I need to keep track of what I'm doing during the day so that I know for a fact I did something that day. It was me record keeping for myself, especially with working. Where I'm like, okay, I took care of this task, I took care of that one. Although I probably should have been doing more of that in the actual work programs and stuff, but I was just, ugh. Me and paperwork do not get along. I freaking hate it. It drives me nuts and it makes me anxious. There's probably a lot to unpack from that. I'll unpack it later. I just realized throughout this entire stream, I have not given a single care about the fact that I'm working with uneven numbers. Like, I noted it at the beginning, towards the end of the last stream with, like, once I leveled up, I was like, oh no, uneven numbers again! And I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. All I'm caring about is making the number go down. Apologies for that. That was a dry cough too, yikes. Guess who needs water? It's me. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Uh-oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Whew. Where did the... Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Where did I put it? How did it teleport? What the heck? Oh. My head hurts. A lot. Like, a lot. Not, like, enough to be, like, calling it, but... I feel pain, and it is not pleasant. And I really want to chop my hair. Technically speaking, there's nothing saying I have to have long hair to cosplay as hair. There's no rule book saying I have to be a long-haired person. I can just do some cute curls. I know there's a curling iron that does smaller curls somewhere in the house that I can borrow. And if not, I will get one for myself. I have the ability to do that. Okay. Sorry. Somewhat sorry. Oh no, I'm driving all over the place too. Whew. You know what I think? This is an idea that may be, I wouldn't say controversial, because that's the wrong word to use. The idea is simple. I get ice cream. That's the idea. But I'm not really hungry, so it kind of is pointless to get ice cream. It sounds nice, but it would also be cold, so I'd just get colder from it. Whew, chilly. See what I mean? Chilly, cold. There's also another idea, which I think I am going to follow through on, because I only need my microphone. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you over here. Can you still hear me, chat? Wow, you really can't hear me. This thing is amazing at not picking up things where it's not supposed to. Hello, chat. This is not going to be an ASMR stream in the slightest. I'm just removing the headset from my head because it is kind of pissing me off right now. I didn't realize it was until just now. Okay. So, let me do some shuffling so that I can put my mind at ease. Then, this is why. Alright, so here's the deal. Ignoring the socks, basically I decided to try on that one dress that I was talking about. Okay, maybe I just need to actually dress myself up. I'll come back to this problem. It just feels so informal. I wish it was longer. Why didn't I get it longer? Ugh, jeez, what is wrong with me? Anyway. Well, now that I've resolved that, I'm going to change back. I love distractions. They're fun. That would not look right. Just lost my arms. They have departed from my sockets. I'm just kidding. I still have my. I think I said it before. I still have my eye sockets. They haven't gone anywhere. Ooh, chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly. Okay, well now I know I need to do a couple of things if I want to use that instead. Good heavens. Alright, I've resolved that that dress is in the realm of possibility. I just need to do some more workshopping, and I will do the workshopping when I'm not streaming and trying to level up. That's what I'll do. It's blanket time instead of sweatshirt time. Let's go kick some nobody butt. Whee! But I have resolved that the dress is in the realm of possibility. I just need to find a way to be more comfortable with it. Maybe a shawl. Maybe like a floaty shawl. And then of course shorts. I will always make sure I wear shorts under any skirt shenanigan type cosplay because comfort. I'd also need to pick out which shoes. So... I mean, it's a nice color and all, but I don't know. Ugh. It does work with the color scheme though, because it's got gold on it. It was a very touristy type dress when I got it. I'm still surprised it fits me, because I got that dress when I was like 17, and it's been a decade since I got it, at least, so... yeah. Glad it still fits. Yeah. But if it's a shorter skirt length, that means that I won't be able to hide any sort of footwear that I wear. And I'd need to choose I need to choose my shoes carefully. I'd also need to choose them ASAP so then I can break them in and figure out if I can wear them for long periods of time. Find some good freaking sandals to wear for the outfit. Or just wear an overskirt type thing. That could always work. I could track down an overskirt. That is in the realm of possibility. I could just make an overskirt, or I could find one. And then that way I can still have the long shoe and bada bing bada boom. Or the whatever I choose shoe. I don't have very many fancy dress shoes. I can't remember the last time I bought dress shoes. Or wore them. I think the last time I had them, I had some kitten pumps, and that was about it. Maybe some flats. Yeah, it's been a while. I've just never found any reason to wear dress shoes. This is a problem for me, probably. Purses. I still need to clear my small shoe collection because I literally mainly wear like 3 pairs of shoes. There are 3 pairs of shoes that I mainly wear. and they are all lace-ups in some way or another. One of them is a shorter lace-up. Two of them are like shorter lace-ups that you would wear ankle socks with to hide them, or Heidi socks. And then the other ones are like high tops, and that's it. They're not even like the fancy high tops either. They're just knockoff high tops. Campus shoes, if you will. And I do have a couple that are also the similar style. I also have these like loafers with 2-inch or 1.5 or 2-inch thick soles. Those are pretty fun, but that would not work. I would only wear those with like a more dressy style. Shame I don't have those dress pants that I used to wear them with, but unfortunately I did not fit in them anymore, so I got rid of them. I still have the cargo pants from when I first was like, huh, none of my old pants fit me anymore. Oh well. Apologies for the brief moment of silence. I'm trying to figure out if I am experiencing heartburn. Maybe I just want the ice cream. But my stomach isn't empty. Maybe a chip would suffice. No. No, that doesn't sound right. I must ponder this further. I went shopping with my friend the other day. I didn't buy anything because I didn't have anything in mind for what I wanted to buy. And it got me that, and also the fact that I had to wash my face the other night because the oiliness of it was really pissing me off, like to the point that I kept like poking at it. I was like, I'm starting to think I have oily skin. At least on my face. I'm never sure. But I'm like, this is a good indicator of like what type of cleansers and skincare I'd want to use. Because as of current, the most skincare I use is me occasionally washing my face with warm-ish, hot-ish water. Like that's the extent of my current skincare, and also making sure that I keep my hair out of my face and or wash my hair on a regular basis to keep it from breaking out from hair oils. And then also reminding myself to not touch my freaking face. Do I always listen to myself when I do that? No. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, thinking about skincare and learning to properly take care of my skin and make it look nice and glowy. Maybe not the dewy look, because I don't want to look like I've been like... I don't like how I look when I look sweaty. I look kind of gross when I'm sweaty. Plus, my face I don't think sweats at all, which is a very bad thing, by the way. It just turns ridiculously red and overheats to hell. Not fun, by the way. So I just have a whole chunk of face that just does not do what it's supposed to do, which is really crappy during the summers. That reminds me, I need to, when the warm weather rolls back around again, I need to make sure that if I'm committing to mowing on a day, I have to mow that morning, because I can't do evening mowings, like, or late afternoon to evening mowings anymore, because I've got streaming on the schedule. On the days where I would definitely mow in the late afternoon, evening, I'm gonna be streaming. So I gotta make sure I do that ish in the morning. I gotta mow in the mornings. I'm gonna slowly build up and fill up my schedule, which is good, It keeps me away from my stupid phone. I have a love-hate relationship with my phone. I hate that thing so freaking much, but I also like that it gives me the dopamine. It is a dopamine machine, and I also hate that it is a dopamine machine, because it distracts me from the things I actually want to do. Alright, swing, 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 ow. Okay, where's the last one? What am I looking at? Okay, here's the plan. I am going to give you the magical be right back screen, and two things are going to happen. I'm going to do a couple of stretches and another thing, and I'm also going to have ice cream when I come back. So, where's that be right back button? Hello, there you are. Beep boop, be right back. Okay, I just came back. And my dog has taken my spot. He is perfectly curled in the exact spot I need to be. And I kinda don't want to move him. I kinda don't want to move him at all because he's just so cute and comfy. He's just so cute and comfy. Unfortunately, my sweet boy, I do have to ask you, can you please move over there? Hey, bud, can you move over here, please? I need my spot back. I don't want... Ugh. Gosh darn it, you win. Fine, fine. Fine. You win. Oh, jeez. Goodness sakes, puppy. I just gotta be sure to not accidentally, like, kill the television or something. This is very awkward. Okay, have I taken out these guys yet? Yes. Yes, I have. Hi there, puppy! Hi! Hi, babies! It's so funny. So yeah, my dog has taken my spot. But it's okay, because I've got ice cream. It's a good thing I committed to the ice cream because I needed to refill my dog's water. So. You're such a cute puppy! Oh my gosh, you make my heart explode! And so now, I'm gonna take the first bite of freezing cold food. Positively delicious. Why did I do this to myself? It's cold. And I don't think I've ever enjoyed a warm and sweet dessert. Oh wait, that's not true. Hi. Was it sweet though? I think it was mildly sweet. That's okay. Gonna get some damage. I'm thinking about a couple of the cities that I've dreamed up. Like when you sleep, sometimes your dream world just constructs an entire city and you just wander around in there for a while. I was just thinking about a couple of them. They have a similar grid system to some of them that I've seen. I've been to a couple of big cities and driven through them. I've driven through, let's see, I've driven through Seattle. It's more like the Seattle-Portland type stuff. I've also driven through, Charleston doesn't have the same format. Have I driven through St. Louis? I can't remember if I've ever cut through St. Louis or if I've just, like, gone around it. Basically the areas where there are lots of skyscrapers. Yeah, let's try not to die. Let's not add to the death counter, sir. You're not adding to the death counter. Who do you think you are? Bam. That's what you are. Goodness gracious. Alright, getting my second bite of ice cream because, yeah. Also, I got my spot back. And it's nice and warm now because the dog was sitting in my place. And dogs are warm. Very warm indeed. Whee! Alright, let's kill it. Let's get some more! You know what's funny? When I was... I don't know why, but I wanted to be a storm chaser when I was little. I thought that was the coolest thing, but that is such a dangerous job. I'm now just like, would I actually want to be a storm chaser? You know, I kind of still do. I kind of still do. If I ever take up a Storm Chaser job, I'm streaming that shit. I will stream every time there's a tornado. If I did that though, I'd probably stream under a different name just to keep the gaming stuff and other things separate. Or maybe I would just film it. It would be extra fun. Oh wait, would I be able to stream it though? Because I think the internet would get out. I would have to stream and simultaneously record, so then the footage gets saved even if the broadcast failed. Do they do streaming for Storm Chases? I know they record them, especially, and like television crews record them and stuff, but it'd be pretty sick. I love how like a few minutes ago I was like, oh, it's so dangerous, I don't know if I do it, and I'm like, yeah, I would totally do it, and I would video it. Yeah, tornadoes, they actually do scare me though. Those things, it's because, one, they are unpredictable in their pathing. Like, you never really truly know what their pathing is. If it's dark outside, you better hope and pray there's a crap ton of lightning, so then you can actually see where it is. If it's coming towards you or going away from you, you can't tell. You have to really pay attention to if it's getting slightly bigger, because if it stops moving, that means it's coming towards you or it's going away, and you better hope it's going away. What else? Sometimes in a twister, there can be like 3 revolving around at once. I believe that did happen, and it had a tragic ending for a couple of Storm Chasers. Like, they even tried to floor it, and they did not make it. It was a very sad ending for them. I think about them a lot. Like, other things that are scary about tornadoes, they are freaking loud. They sound like a freight train. The wind is loud, and they turn everything into a projectile. Literally everything. Like wood becomes a projectile, and it will stab through concrete dividers. That's how dangerous it is with the winds, especially in F5s. F5s are the worst. Honestly, anything above an F2 is just really crappy. F2s do damage, but they're not as severe. Same with F1s and F0s, but F3 and above, hell no. Just hell no. It's kind of like the same thing with hurricanes. Like a Cat 1, you're gonna get some flooding, you're gonna get some wind. It's gonna suck. The wind's like 75 miles an hour and everything's spinning. It's freaking windy, freaking rainy. Cat 2, okay, it's getting pretty bad. Cat 3 is when it starts becoming a nightmare. Like 1 and 2, I'm like, okay. It's a tough storm, but it'll be okay. I get nervous when it comes to a Category 3. Category 5, I'm just like, oh, dear God, please, no. Absolutely not, no. And shoot, even a Cat 3 can be pretty nasty if, storm preparedness isn't, there, or if it's underfunded. Or if the levees break because they were not maintained on purpose. Looking at you, Katrina. God dang it. That still pisses me off, actually. Learning about what happened with Hurricane Katrina really pisses me off, actually. I have beef with all of that. That was horrendous. I think the most recent hurricane also had some really bad handling, because I'm pretty sure, shoot, which one was it? I want to say it's Helene, but there was one hurricane that people still haven't been able to go home yet. I'm starting to wonder if if they still haven't been able to go home, or if they've still like been left out because funding for disaster relief is just non-existent. and the roads haven't been repaired or anything. And this is really important stuff, by the way. Really important. You want to have a good disaster plan. Especially for certain things. Like, say, like, if you're in Tornado Alley, instance. If you're wondering what Tornado Alley is, it's a strip of states down the middle of the US. Where it is the highest probability of tornadoes. That's why they call it Tornado Alley. Just because the conditions are usually right for forming tornadoes, with humidity and weather and pressure and so forth. You can still get some in like Indiana, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia. You can still get them pretty much anywhere. Tornado Alley is just where they're more common, where they have regular siren testing at least once a month, at least. But like for Tornado Alley, they have the sirens that they test on a regular basis, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, the siren's going off. Is it a Wednesday? No? Oh crap, get in the basement. Like, you gotta make plans for, if you have a basement, you get in the basement. If not, you get away from the doors and windows. You make sure you have plenty of water, you have spare batteries and electricity and stuff for your electricity and things like that. If there are tornado shelters, you gotta know where they're at. Like, these are very important things that you have to plan ahead for, especially in disaster areas. Or shoot, if you live in an area where landslides are a possibility, definitely worth looking into what to do in the case of a landslide, or if you live in a floodplain, what to do in case of flooding. Washington State had some issues with flooding because of the frequent rain that happened this winter. Because usually they get a crap ton of snow, but because the temperatures have been warmer in the past couple of years or so, especially in the winters, they just got rain and they got flooded. And it's been sucking for literally everyone that lives in the areas that have flooded. I think there's some other areas in other states that have also flooded, but that was the one. That one was a pretty strong standout because this isn't a normal thing for them. Usually they deal with snow. And also the regular fires from people being irresponsible with fires. Yeah. Oof. If you live in lowlands or wetlands, please prepare yourself in case of flooding. Because your insurance is gonna try every single way to not pay for it. I honestly wonder why we have insurance companies in America, because they don't actually want to do anything. They do everything in their power to not actually do their job. It's really freaking obnoxious. They're just like, oh, we're not gonna actually pay for this, even though it's covered. We're doing some arbitrary uncovered thing, or we're gonna lie and say that we don't actually have you on our insurance. It's just like, you just don't want to actually pay. You just want to take money and that's it. It's just like, you suck. This is probably a privileged standpoint, but if you can, definitely invest in a rainy day fund. If you can. Cause, and keep your list super itemized for insurance claims. Like, make sure you know exactly the things that you lost, what they are. The brand, the make, the model, the year. Make sure you know every little detail so that way they can't cheap out on you. Because they will cheap out on you if you just list, like, mixer. If you lost a KitchenAid mixer, you better specify that it's a KitchenAid mixer. Otherwise, they're just going to give you the money for a mixer, and that's it. You ain't getting that KitchenAid again. Unless you cut out something else. Like, be super specific on your insurance claims. That's something very important to do. In case of things like shoot fires, make sure to document, okay, there was this stuff in here, make sure to pay attention to what was in your room or something like that. Yeah, it's so much documentation. It's such a pain in the butt, but you gotta fist fight your insurance companies. I genuinely hate them. I freaking hate. It feels really scammy, to be honest with you. It's supposed to cover for unexpected big expenses, like damage and things that you don't really anticipate, or for example health issues and health scares. And then there are the insurance companies, they're like, oh, if you have pre-existing conditions we can't cover you, and it's just like, what the frick is the point of insurance? Because if you get dropped for having something, like say you get cancer and then your insurance decides to drop you, or you lose your job and therefore your insurance, this is a real problem in America. Oh god. If you get dropped by your insurance, and then you have to go and search for it again, they're gonna be like, oh, you have a pre-existing condition? Oh, well, sucks to be you. Have fun paying out of pocket, loser. And it's just like, what the hell, man? Y'all suck. Oh, and don't even get me started on insurance denying things like, oh gosh, okay. This one really freaking grinds my gears. I know a fair amount of people who experience disability. And, like, there are certain things that do not go away. For example, wheelchair use or prosthetic use. Sometimes the insurance companies will be like, oh, but are you really unable to walk? And they're like, yes! Or, yes, I do need a replacement for my prosthesis. It is not working anymore. Why are you cheapening out on me? I still have the disability. It's not going away. I am not going to spontaneously regrow an arm or regrow leg functionality. It's not gonna happen. Please, for the love of God, cover my wheelchair, or cover my prosthesis, or cover my mobility aid. Like, for, oh my gosh, ooh, freaking rage. I need to eat some ice cream again. It's right in front of me and I don't want it to melt. But seriously, I hate that insurance companies try to weasel their way out of paying. Which, like, I pay you to do this. And they, like, insurance doesn't know shit. They don't have doctors on staff. They just have somebody who's told, try not to cover anybody's plans, even though it's covered and it's listed on the coverage. It's like, ugh! You're not a doctor. Oh, they don't need this treatment plan that would actually work and be really helpful. They do this thing that is infinitely more expensive and infinitely more shitty. No! Listen to the doctors! God dang it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting freaking rage about this, but it is something to genuinely get raged about. American healthcare sucks. That's the conclusion. American healthcare sucks. Insurance companies suck. And, yeah, screw them. Screw them both. They both suck. And it sucks that we have to deal with having both of them, and I do understand the need for coverage to pay for bigger expenses, especially like in car insurance. But, Jesus Christ, it feels like a money sink sometimes. Whew. Okay, I feel slightly better now having ranted about that. And I don't even have the full first-hand experience. Okay. Craziest thing that I noticed just the other day. When I was getting my blood drawn. When I was doing that, I was getting my blood drawn to get tested because I was like, okay, well, we were double-checking for, like, the panel to see if I had any thyroid issues because I was really drowsy lately and I was like, okay, well, let's figure this out. By the way, turns out it was just iron. It was literally just, I had an iron and B12 deficiency and I've, mostly resolved that. Now I just gotta deal with my sleep schedule. Anyway, so I'm looking at the prices for insured, uninsured, like paying out of pocket, and Medicare. Insured is more expensive than paying out of pocket. Why? Why is it more expensive for a blood draw? Why? I mean, I didn't complain because frankly, I was like, I'm paying out of pocket right now, and I'm not paying more because of it. This is great. But still, it's like, what the heck? What is this? Is it, I'm like, is it better to just pay for things out of pocket because then I don't have to hassle with insurance? Is it better? It's probably not. There's probably a bunch of tape and red tape that I don't know about because God knows I have very limited experience with the universe. But I'm just like, what's the point of insurance if it's just gonna be better to just pay out of pocket at this point? Because then I have options. I get to choose which providers I want to deal with or which doctors I want to deal with. Because, like, insurance, they're like, oh, these doctors are they're like out-of-network doctors, and it's just like, well, this doctor is actually useful, but oh, he's out of network? Well, too bad. Sucks to be you. You can't be treated by them. We won't cover you. It's just like, fuck. Okay, apparently I thought I was done with the healthcare rant. Apparently I'm not. No, I'm not. This is also, okay, another thing that also pisses me off is the separation of vision and dental insurance from health insurance, because dental insurance is a very, very important part of your health, because if your teeth are absolutely, and I'm going to say this without sugarcoating it, if your teeth are fucked, your health is probably not doing so hot either. Because if you have rotten and infected teeth, it's going to affect your digestion, it's going to affect your blood work, it's going to affect a lot of stuff. So why is dental insurance separate? Why is vision separate from the two? That one actually, that one is a personal effect, by the way. Because, like I've said this many times on stream before, my glasses are Coke bottle thick. They are Coke bottle thick. That reminds me, I need to, I love how I'm ranting about health insurance, and then I'm like, oh shit, I should probably get back on that eventually, so then in case of emergency, I am covered, and don't put us through medical debt. Medical debt is so freaking absurd. I'm genuinely considering medical tourism to, like, check in on some stuff sometimes. I'm just like, you know, what if I just flew to another country to get healthcare that isn't, like, barred up the wazoo by a bunch of red tape bullshit because the US, like, healthcare is just absolute nightmare. Is it even quality? I've only been to, like, a doctor. Like, just a primary care stuff. I don't freaking know. See what I mean? See what I mean? There's only so much knowledge, but I've heard the knowledge from other people of having to deal with all this. And I'm just, it's very, rage. Just flames. I can't, I don't even have the right to quote that film. I haven't even seen it. What the frick? I had the opportunity to watch Clue in college, by the way. I'm trying to get myself to calm down about the rage about, health insurance, so I'm gonna try to talk about Clue. I had the opportunity to watch in college, but I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to watch a movie at the time. I have to be in a very specific mood to watch movies. I don't know why. I can totally commit to watching a TV show for like 6 hours straight because it's only 12 episodes, boom, done. But oh, a 2 or 2.5 hour movie? Oh no, whatever shall I do? That's too long. Like, seriously. It's just one story. Plus, it'd probably be worth watching more movies. I can't remember the last new movie I watched. Well, new to me, specifically. I think the newest ones that I've watched in the past year or so are K-pop Demon Hunters and The Wild Robot. Those are movies that I watched in the past year that were new to me. Boy. Still coming down from the rage about, just... Ah! You know, if I didn't worry about whatever with politics, and if I was okay with dealing with crap tons of paperwork and talking to people and being bored all the time, I would go into politics and try to change things. I would probably get shot within the first year, knowing me. Never mind. I think I'd rather entertain people, sadly. Ave Maria. We're doing great. Hey, we hit the... We're on pace. We're around 13,000 something. We've done 4,000 XP worth of stuff. I have my ice cream. My beautiful, beautiful ice cream. It doesn't actually qualify as ice cream if I remember right. I think there's a certain amount of milk that has to be in ice cream. Someone said this the other day about dryers. It doesn't have the amount of milk. So it's actually a frozen treat. But you know, I don't care. It's ice cream to me. And it doesn't make me feel like crap afterwards. And it doesn't taste like I'm just eating solid milk. So... I'm pretty happy with my choices. I also picked the slow churned edition of dryers because it reduces the impact even more. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe it's because I don't know how to navigate some things, but I do wish that navigating the world in any capacity was a lot more simple than it currently is. I wish it was a lot more simple to learn and understand. And then that way we could save the complicated stuff for like emotions and so forth. I don't know. I wish I could go on I wish I could be an adventurer like in D&D, because then all I'd have to do is learn to fight things and fight monsters, and then I would get paid to fight monsters or do silly side quests. Technically speaking, I don't have to do the fighting monsters thing, but there's nothing really actually stopping me from becoming the equivalent of an adventurer and doing a bunch of side quests. There's nothing actually stopping me from doing this. Okay, there are some things that might stop me from doing that, and one of them is unfortunately because of the unfortunately because I am was born a woman anyway. Am born a woman, whatever. There is a unfortunate threat because some men are assholes. So I guess there is some things stopping me, and it's called gender discrimination and sexism. Yay! But other than that, nothing can stop me, except myself. We're just gonna ignore that issue. Yeah! We're coping with the existential horror of being treated as less than a person. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? It wasn't until the 70s that women could have a bank account all by themselves. It wasn't until then. Otherwise, before that, they had to have their husband sign for it. Did you know that? That's a fun fact. It's not so fun for most people, but it's something to keep in mind. I'm so glad that I don't use face cam because I have the most horrendous smile on my face. It's like one of those really creepy sarcastic smiles where you know someone is just really this close to just chomping on your skull. I don't think chomping on your skull would be very fun. Or on anyone's skull. Not yours in particular. I'm not gonna chomp on your skull. Besides, let me tell you. Bones are not easy to bite through. Not from experience. I don't bite people. At least not since I was a kid. And even then I never broke the skin. But I'm pretty sure just doing a finger squish test, yeah. I think the teeth would have some issues with that. So, yeah, no skull biting here. We're not gonna pretend to be zombies. Oh my god. What the hell? You know, right. Yeah. If that ever changes, if I have to be tied to a man to have finances ever in this lifetime, I am gonna do something to change that. And I will make it very clear that that change was very unwelcome, and those responsible for it will face the consequences. So, yeah, don't, if you take away women's finances, I will, on behalf of all women, beat the daylights out of whoever does that. This is not me inciting violence, by the way. This is me just saying outright there are consequences to actions. Haha. Sorry about the grudge impression. It was necessary. It was very necessary. Sometimes you gotta make an impression of the grudge. Oh shoot, there's still ice cream in here. What the frick is in this ice cream? It's making me rage. It's sugar. Don't be rude. Stop dodging me. You know what? You can't hit me anymore. Banned. Okay, there we go. Boom, done. I want to sail a boat again. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be real fun. Ow. Worth it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Beautiful clouds, beautiful day. Okay. So. That was quite an intense ramble and rant. Very intense. But, okay. That is gonna do it for the stream. It doesn't look like I've actually done very much, but I have done quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna make sure to not touch the triangle button. Yeah. And I am going to finish off my ice cream and actually follow through with my personal promise to myself to rewatch Gun Gale Online Alternative again, because, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Thank you so much for watching the stream, if you happen to stop by while live, or if you happen to be popping in and watching the VODs on YouTube and or Twitch while it's still up. If you enjoyed it on the YouTube side, hit the subscribe button. That will give you notifications. Also, you probably have to hit the bell so then it actually gives you notifications for 1, when I go live, and 2, when I upload videos. I also upload videos on YouTube. Surprise! And if you are on the Twitch side of things, hit the follow button if you want to see more of this silliness. I will eventually do things other than Kingdom Hearts. I'm just doing Kingdom Hearts to keep myself on a regular schedule, also because I did say years ago that I was going to do the level 99 thing. And for other socials, I am on Twitter and Blue Sky, both as Yellowfang42. You can follow me there. Sometimes I mostly post my stream announcements on Blue Sky. I'm not very active on there, and I mostly post on Twitter. Haha. Fun. Sometimes I post little art bits, sometimes I post random things about the day. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to my angry rants about the state of the world, especially when it comes to insurance and my hatred for it. I imagine that at least the Americans who are watching know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that is okay. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. I'm gonna hand you over to the ending stream screen. And have a good one. Bye-bye!